Let's talk about the NX. Wrong console, wrong time. A lot has been said about the NX, yet we know next to nothing about it. Nothing has been revealed about the controller, or the specs, or the games, or the box itself. There have been rumors, of course, insider knowledge. Naturally, unless these rumors are confirmed, they remain just that, rumors. And rumors make for good stories, but never for good analysis. How dare I, then, make such a bold statement about the NX? No information, yet quite the prediction, right? While we may not have much information about the NX, we do have a lot of information about a lot of other things. We know about what happened with the Wii and the Wii U transition, and we know what is happening with the PS4 and the current state of affairs of the industry. It is from this pool of information that I draw my conclusions. The NX is going to be as much of a commercial failure as the Wii U, not because of any other reason than it is the wrong console at the wrong time. Nintendo abandoned the Wii. Of that there is no argument. The transition between the Wii and the Wii U was poorly executed. We got very little details about it, the advertising was poor or non-existent. The distinction between the Wii and the Wii U was so poorly conveyed that people actually thought the Wii U was a peripheral to the Wii. The name was a disaster. We can make an argument for or against the power of the machine itself, but even with more under the hood, it's hard to argue that the Wii U would have been more successful. The entire thing was mismanaged from the start. The gamepad was an idea with great potential, but that was poorly executed. Essentially, we are left with the very epitome of wrong console at the wrong time. The Wii U is what the Wii probably should have been. The Wii U was years late, and so sales suffered. Sales suffered, so support for the console stopped. The Wii U, we were promised, was the return of third parties to Nintendo consoles. And for a while it was so. But poor sales make for bad investments. Why spend money making a game that isn't going to sell? And this isn't about Nintendo being a kiddie company. That kind of talk is stupid and doesn't belong in a proper discussion of the industry. You take that to the Xbox forums. This is about business decisions, and poor ones at that. Now, Nintendo had two options. Ride out the Wii U, or scrap it and start over. And I think this is where Nintendo made a mistake. At the time of this video, the Wii U was sitting at around 12.5 million units sold, the Xbox One at an estimated 18 million, and the PlayStation 4 at between 35 to 36 million. Now clearly 12.5 is the smallest of the numbers, but it's not that far behind the Xbox One. The Wii U is a commercial failure in terms of what is expected of Nintendo hardware, but it's hardly as big of a failure as everyone makes it out to be, considering the Xbox One is not even 6 million units away. But this isn't about the Xbox One. This is about the decision to abandon a console after only 4 years. Nintendo looked at the sales and decided that it was time to scrap the Wii U and start fresh with the NX. The console just isn't performing. 12.5 million investors are now being told their investment is not going to see the 5 to 6 year expected lifespan. Truthfully, the Xbox One and PS4 will be around for more than 6 years, considering the 360 and PS3 are still getting games. People just expect a longer console generation cycle these days. It's not about keeping some rigid cycle structure, it's about making a console worth the price. You don't get a $300 machine to keep around for 3 or 4 years. You get it for the long haul. You buy peripherals, hard drives, controllers, and games. You end up making much more than a $300 investment. After add-ons and software, you're probably talking over $1,000, easily. But the Nintendo consumer is now being told that they're about to drop another $300 plus on a new piece of hardware when A, the one they just bought isn't even 5 years old, and B, the competition is just now getting ahead of steam. PS4 owners aren't getting ready to buy a brand new console, and neither are Xbox One owners. I'm not going to get into the PS4.5 here. But okay, fine. We're getting a new console. And what is it supposed to do? If the rumors are right, it's going to be as powerful, maybe slightly more so than the PS4. Some of the same games that are coming to the PS4 are coming to the NX. Square Enix already announced the next Dragon's Quest console game will make it to the NX. Clearly, what we're not talking about here is the next step in console power. What we're looking at is what is quite probably Nintendo catching up to Sony. And here's where the NX is also going to be the wrong console at the wrong time. If Nintendo is giving the public a machine that is going to be at or right above par, what is the incentive for the public to get the NX? A new controller? No. The public is no longer interested in gimmicky or creative control methods. See the gamepad or Kinect. Power? Not if this is going to be in the realm of the PS4. The common masses are impressed by polygon counts, realistic tree bark textures, and individually moving blades of grass. But unless the NX blows the PS4 out of the water graphically, it won't be enough. The games? Sure, people love Nintendo because of the franchises, but we just got all of those beloved franchises, none of them more than 5 years ago. Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. 4, Splatoon, they're all recent. Is that how they're gonna hook us in? Mario Kart 8 NX, Splatoon NX, are they going to do what the PS4 and Xbox One did? Take games made for the PS3 and 360 and just make them a bit prettier? That won't do. What Nintendo is asking the consumer, the Wii U owner and the PS4 owner, is to drop whatever they're doing and get the NX. But they're not giving incentive. The Nintendo fan is going to get the NX because it's the NX. But the PS4 owner, who already owns a PS4, 4 or 5 games, 4 controllers, has a PlayStation Network account and subscription, and has games that they're looking forward to, is not going to drop the PS4 for the NX when the NX is not doing anything different. No new controller is going to sway 35 million people to change allegiance. Zelda is not going to do it either. Essentially, Nintendo is offering consumers what the consumer already has available to them. The Wii U may not have sold as much as Nintendo hoped or anticipated, but it wasn't a bad console. It has great games on it. In fact, I'd say it still has some of the best titles of the current gen systems. Nintendo should have just ridden out the console and worked on something for the next cycle. Instead, Nintendo is abandoning another console, back to back. Wii support ended abruptly because the Wii U was coming. And now, when the Wii U was unable to do what Nintendo thought it would, support is being ended in favor of the NX. I just don't see a scenario where the NX gets the sales the PS4 gets. People already have the console they want. They're not going to jump ship. I could be wrong. The NX may very well be the next PS2. It could be the next Wii. Nintendo could have an ace up their sleeve, and of course none of us know. But it doesn't appear that they do, and even if they do, will it be enough to persuade millions of already invested consumers to make another investment after they just saw how quickly and easily Nintendo abandons consoles? I think not. Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in playthroughs or walkthroughs, check out the content in the rest of the channel and subscribe. Until next time.